Welcome to creating an album from scratch with no experience. This is the second part of the first episode. I thought 45 minutes would be too long for me going through old songs, so I decided to break it up into 3 episodes. So if you haven't watched the first episode, it probably doesn't matter, but check it out anyway. So yeah, if you're new here, I'm creating my first album from scratch with absolutely no experience, and I'm bringing you guys along and trying to get tips and feedback on how I can improve on this. And I just want input, so this could be something that you guys actually want to listen to. So yeah, let's continue with looking through my old songs and finding songs that we could use in this album and parts that we might be able to save, and we're also going to see a lot of cringe, so get ready for that. Also, all of these are just MIDI files made on Cubase. There are only a few real recordings of like guitars and drums, but they're not good, so. But we will be recording all these songs with real instruments for the album itself, so definitely stick along in the series for that, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get started. Some of these are going to be good, some of these are going to be bad, but we kind of want to pick out the parts we like the most. Definitely tell me what parts you want to pick out of these songs, because I really want your input, like I keep saying. This one's called Forgotten End, which is, again, one of my unique titles. Forgotten and something that you forgot. So yeah, you forgot the rest of the title. So I kind of like it. So this one has to be more recent because it's on Studio One. So within the last month, and I just completely forgot I wrote it, apparently. But I'm thinking if I wrote it recently, there's a good chance we'll use it. I'm not sure though, but this might still be really cringe. I think in some elements I've gotten better at songwriting on like through MIDI, but I've definitely gotten worse at other parts, so it's a bit problematic, but we'll figure it out. This one's only drums and bass, which is how I like to start a lot of my songs. Like maybe I've come up with melodies sometimes and use them, but mostly drums and bass when I'm starting from zero. So vintage bass distorted and just drums demo, so yeah. Obviously that bass will be some sort of like hammer thingy. I'm not a guitarist or bassist, but I'm doing it anyway. I like this one, probably because it's more recent. I'm hoping it's possible to play. Drums don't sound too bad. It's a nice vibe. I'm not sure if it'll totally fit this album, so we'll sort of have to see. We'll work around it, see what other junk we can add on top of it, and see where we go from there. Misery Machine, and we don't have any sort of project file for this, so it's just going to be audio. Kind of sounds medieval because of the guitar tone. Oh, MIDI guitar. The choir's interesting. I like how it's basically just bass and guitar, acoustic guitar, classical, I don't know. Whew, that's interesting. I don't like the MIDI instruments though. So that's a baritone saxophone with distortion on it. Oh, that's bad. I can see what I'm going for. Like, the idea is definitely there. I think if we can write something a bit cooler and less cringe and less ear-piercingly horrible, we might have something good. I think I'm trying too hard to be a Muse song. I think it sounds too much like Unsustainable by Muse, but instead of a guitar and a whammy pedal, it's a baritone saxophone just going up in a scale. It's awful. I can see why I called it Misery Machine. Oh, I like that tremolo guitar. That's kind of cool, right? It's got emotion, which I like, and I managed to do that with fake instruments. So it's good that I actually wrote something that kind of has some soul, but I think that definitely has potential. Like that could be a strong one, especially with the saxophone. Like that's unique. Like who else does that? So I like this one for the elements that aren't awful. Like I would have hated that when I would have hated that when I wrote that. So yeah, I'm gonna take elements from that one as well, but I think if we leave a general structure, I don't have the files unfortunately, so I have to rebuild it from scratch, but I think that's probably better. I actually really like some of the ideas in there, even though that chorus, if you can even call it that, is disgusting. So yeah, you guys are gonna have fun in this series watching me record all these songs from the ground up basically, because these are all MIDI, so I have to do it all from scratch basically. And I'm bad at recording real signals, so I'm gonna need some advice. If I'm doing something horribly wrong, please tell me. Yeah, so I've done all those ones so far. I'm trying not to lose track. There's this song called Cassandra. I think I wrote it for a friend. Cassandra, if you're watching this, this is a song I wrote for you. I was told, write something in your style, but Cassandra's got a very different style, and I was writing it for her to do whatever she wanted with. So this might be a bit interesting. But yeah, this is the song I never finished for you, so enjoy it. Okay. So, cello duet, but on the same take, and it's centered. It's not panned or anything. Interesting progression by just climbing back up again. Drums are nice. You'll notice that I like Taste Like Gold a lot, and I use it a lot. So these are the vocals, I guess. I don't mind them. Yeah, it'd be better if I wrote actual lyrics. It's not bad. Those strings are very pop inspired, I suppose. And it's just octaves, there's no harmony or anything. Just octaves, yeah. But I kind of like that. It's interesting. I don't mind the bass either, I might steal that bass line. I think we could use that for like the middle of the album, but add some more psychotic stuff, I think. Maybe a guitar, like absolutely shredding it. I think that could be cool. I like how the drums are laid back as well. That's kind of a shame that that's all I got. I think the vocals probably took away my motivation there, because there were no lyrics written for this. I just wrote a melody. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I think we'll take some of those elements. Sorry, Cassandra, I'm stealing this song back. Yeah, Cassandra, if you are watching, we can just call your song Cassandra if you like. Come over, write a song. You don't have to be on camera. So yeah, all my friends watching, come over, help me out in some way. It could even be unconstructive criticism. Just say, oh, that sucks. Like, you still contributed. So come on, guys, friends, family. Come over, help out. You don't have to be on camera. Let's look at Calm Before the End. I don't know how to tell you this, but hate to break it to you, past self. Not only did you create this, name it, add instruments, and add it to the file folder, it's completely empty, which is actually devastating. So I was obviously playing around with synth on this one. So let's see. Why is this so quiet? What does it sound like if I bypass this? Like, what's it meant to sound like? Okay. So that obviously is some sort of clip distortion right there. That's without it. Yeah. Sid the Sloth is banging some icicles right now. This is weird. It's like the portal to the Upside Down. I don't even know what this is. But yep, that was Calm Before the End, and I suppose there is going to be some calm and then the end. Actually, that's a good idea. This should be like the second last song of the album, and then the last song is I won't call it the end because that'll just be too cringe. But Calm Before the End of the album, and then we end on a bang, and then die out slowly. So that'll be kind of cool, I think. What is Again? Okay, so obviously this one's a bit older because, again, I put drums at the top. I didn't even bother coloring the bass, which is precision flat wound. Interesting. A lot of these are just bass and drums. I don't mind that bass line. I think some embellishing would be good. I don't like that intro though. There's like a drum roll flam sort of thing. Yeah, I wrote that with MIDI. What is A Distant Glow? Okay, precision round wound. Tongue twister. Okay, here we go. That's kind of cool. Gives Rage vibes. If I can even play that. But yeah, that gives Rage Against the Machine vibes. It sounds like I stole that straight from Killing in the Name, not gonna lie. I probably did. I kind of like that though. I think I'll learn that and put the rest of the song around it. Maybe I have to change that that little run a bit, because that little lick, because someone might get mad at me. But that's cool. Streetlights is a very obviously mysterious name, so let's see what we get. I'm actually hoping people comment on these videos because I'm basically relying on it. So please comment. Maybe if you could be bothered, maybe just comment a list of preferences on what you want to see in the album. Like, which song is your favorite out of these ones? Which ones are your least? Just let me know. Let's hear it. Interesting intro. Interesting bass line. I definitely want to change a few things there. But I think the general theme is okay. The drums are nice and laid back. Gives Muse vibes, like Time Is Running Out. It's not awful. I think it's usable. Yeah. Dream Chaser. I like the name. I like the story. This is one of the few songs I have that have lyrics already. Not going to show them to you yet because they need to be fixed. This is actually one of the songs I'm rooting for to be in the album and probably even be its own single, because I like the title, I like the story, I like the song, and I think it's easy to listen to. It features stuff I like it's got some indie rock elements in there, it's definitely got Muse elements, it's got all sorts of stuff, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. And this also has a lot of automations. I seriously need to learn how to do automations the right way. I'm probably doing them wrong, but it works. It sounds like something, so we're gonna go with that. So yeah, I'm rooting for Dream Chaser. Let me know what you think of it. I obviously won't show full songs in this episode because they're not ready yet. I don't want to reveal everything straight away. Like, even in this series, I'm not gonna play full songs for you until they're released. But yeah, definitely still give ideas and input. I'm just gonna show main parts or parts I think are interesting. Okay, Dream Chaser. I got this bass line. It again gives me vibes of Time Is Running Out by Muse, but it's got some indie elements in here. Very gritty and distorted. like a lot of fuzz. I like the fuzz. Here's a breakdown. So I'm not going to play the full songs until they're released, but I am going to be recording these songs from the ground up on camera, so there's a good chance you'll get a lot of bits from it. But yeah, you guys have to wait for the final product. Sorry about that, but you get heaps of spoilers right in these videos. I'm literally writing them and recording them on camera. Just in segments. So you'll get the final product, but you got to show a bit of support and love first. So yeah, be patient. This idea for a solo, that's just a placeholder because I want a friend to play this one. Those bends. The fake bends. I like it. So that's all for today. We definitely have some usable things in there. Some things that I certainly want to change, but that's okay, we'll get to it. So yeah, just stick along in this series. Make sure you watch the next episode where we'll keep doing this because yeah, I didn't want the video to be too long, so I just split it into 3. So yeah, stick along. Next episode should have some even better songs. Some of the ones I'm rooting for, so yeah, definitely want to check those out and definitely want to stick around for when we actually record them. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on these songs, please let me know because I want feedback. So go check out part 3 if you haven't checked out part 1. Do that if you want to. But yeah, anyway, that's all for today. Goodbye.